In this video, we're going to outline some of the best resources for learning about Bitcoin by exploring first principles of economics through the Austrian economics viewpoint. First up, we have Economics in One Lesson by Henry Hazlitt. In this book, Hazlitt argues that we need to consider the unintended, often unseen consequences of government policy and economic action. Illustrating this point with the broken windows fallacy, he points out that the economy is harmed, for example, when the baker has to spend money to replace a broken window. Instead of using that money to invest in a new oven or paint job for his bakery, which helps him and other businesses, his funds are being diverted to replace the window, which only helps the local glacier. Because we see that the broken window helps the glacier and can't see the harm it does to the broader economy, many of us assume that the broken window is good for economic growth. But this obviously isn't true. In short, whenever the government or a rogue window-breaking actor diverts funds from the individual, the economy suffers. Next up, we have The Ethics of Money Production. This book argues that money production should be privatized, the same way most goods are produced. Author Holtzman rebuts popular misconceptions of the government managing money. Government control doesn't lead to stability, but inflation, counterfeits, and instability. And a decentralized market is better suited to determine the value of currency, not the government. Holtzman also points out that paper money was not voluntarily accepted when first introduced to society. The government had to coerce people into using it, sometimes even by punishment of death. People should be able to use whatever medium of exchange they wish to as long as that is voluntary. Coercion to join a monopoly in currency is unethical, cuts against freedom and property rights, and opens the door to corrupt monopolistic practices. Our next resource is The Origins of Money. In this essay, Carl Menger argues that money does not need to be created or enforced from the top down because it will naturally originate from human action. Individuals in early economies slowly evolved from bartering directly for products and services to using different intermediaries to obtain their desired product and service easier. The market testing out different intermediaries will eventually resolve on one or two popular mediums, which will become money. For most civilizations, this was gold and other precious metals. Menger's central thesis is that money does not need to be of human design, but will naturally occur as a byproduct of individuals trying to make trade as efficiently as possible. Our fourth resource is The Anatomy of State by Murray Rothbard. This essay follows the libertarian view of government, namely that government is a parasite that needs to be checked regularly. It steals value from productive members of society and calls those who accumulate too much money or want to keep their money as greedy. It requires propaganda on its behalf to justify its existence and actions, and its primary focus is to maintain and grow its power, not to protect or help its citizenry. And last up, we have Human Action. In his aptly named treatise, Ludwig von Mises boils down economic growth and decline as a result of human actions. Individuals create, destroy, trade, and compete in an economy, and profits are linked to progress and economic success. If individuals earn profits, they are providing a product the market wants and are being rewarded. If individuals lose money, they are being punished for using scarce resources and producing a product that the market doesn't want. According to von Mises, at the center of all economic activity and progress is the entrepreneur creating something, and economic activity and entrepreneurship will only stop when the market reaches contentment. This is likely to never happen because market contentment implies that the individual is satiated with the products and services that they have, and humans are insatiable creatures. If you make it through all these books, including the 881-page behemoth Human Action, we have even more great books on Bitcoin-related topics in our bookstore.